want to take you guys on a journey. Let's turn back the clock to a forgotten time of yesteryear, when you'd walk into a shop and the storekeeper would greet you by name, or at least call you sir or ma'am, maybe offer to hang up your hat. You might remember the days when you could get cold milk delivered right to your doorstep. Some of you are too young to even get the joke about how I look more like the milkman than my father. Customer service like this is hard to find these days. But there are modern companies that do focus on good customer service. Zappos and Costco have learned that providing great customer service is a great way to grow your business. A lifetime returns policy, sure, it can seem expensive, but it keeps those customers coming in the door. And it's also great for keeping your customers. In our most recent economic downturn, consumers were slow to turn away from great service businesses, even if it meant higher cost. Well, we're not delivering milk anymore. In the information age, our job is to provide great customer service by simplifying their life, by providing a high-touch service and do stuff for them so that they don't have to. Well, in order to do that, you need information. And that information can put you at risk. The customer is going to entrust you with their private information and expect that you protect it. Regulations such as HIPAA, PCI, SOX, and FSMA set the requirements for how we must protect information. They also set penalties for when we fail to, like HIPAA's $50,000 per occurrence penalties. And HIPAA has changed this year. Now business associates of doctors are just as liable. So this doctor's lawyer, accountant, and IT service provider are also subject to those HIPAA fines. Now, an accountant here in Virginia provides a high-touch service for its customers. It did the bookkeeping for a scholarship foundation, but it also ran that foundation's payroll and the deposits into student accounts. Well, the accountant got hacked, and the hackers used the accountant's access to the foundation's bank account to withdraw $400,000. Think about that. They were trying to provide good service, and now they owe their customer nearly $500,000. Well, now high-touch business doesn't seem like a very good idea, does it? Well, don't give up. Don't be disheartened. Be prepared, and you can make it through this. You want to start by preparing yourself with a plan. Your information security plan should address 3 things: what information you have that needs to be protected, the risks that are present to that information, and what actions you're taking or are willing to take to protect that information. A plan is great for your defense. It provides what I call legal defensibility, which is to say, rather than just say, I did all I could to protect your data, by following your plan, you demonstrate that you actually took reasonable care with their information. It's really critical to your budget, so that every time you hear a news story like AP's Twitter feed was hacked and the Dow Jones plummeted, you don't get scared and run out and buy something, even if it doesn't help you. Most importantly, having a plan lets you be proactive. So you're not spending $35 to buy a shovel the night before the snowstorm, or as something that really happened, spending $300,000 to recover from a breach that only would have cost $100 to prevent. Now let's flip it over. Instead of being a high-touch business, what if you're a customer of one? Well, think of it this way. Start with the information. What's the information's value to you? How bad of a day are you going to have if that information ends up in the wrong hands? Now, figure out how much of a gambler you are. How willing are you to take risks with that information? What's your risk tolerance? Nobody else can tell you what's okay. You have to decide this on your own. And now, don't just hope that people will protect your information. Instead, you have to check out what they're actually doing. Read their white paper, have a briefing, Google them, and find out what other customers are saying about them. And depending on the value of your information and your risk tolerance, you might want to dig deeper. Assess how well that company protects your information, whether yourself or by engaging a third party to do that assessment. So, whether you are a high-touch business or you're a customer of one, remember to protect yourself. Be prepared with a plan in order to protect information in this age of cybercrime. Thank you.